We've all had those people in our lives, the ones who drain our time, create constant friction, and just seem to feed on our attention. So, what do you do about it? Well, today we're diving into a powerful, quiet strategy for getting your focus back, letting them fade out. So, before we get into the how, let's start with a really simple question. Who? Just take a second and think about it. Who in your life comes to mind? Is it one person? Is it a type of person? Who's the one that just sucks the energy right out of you? Okay? Got it? Good. Hold that thought because we're about to break down the solution. All right, so how do you deal with this without sparking a huge, messy confrontation? The answer isn't some dramatic, drawn-out argument. No, it's something way quieter and honestly way more effective. We're calling it the silent boundary.
Now, let's be really clear here. This is not about ghosting someone in an emotional fit. This is a deliberate, disciplined strategy. The whole idea is to use silence and control who has access to you to stop rewarding their draining behavior. You're building a real boundary, not by talking about it, but by actually enforcing it.
So why not just explain how you feel? Well, here's the part that trips a lot of people up. Explaining yourself usually just makes things worse. It gives the other person ammunition, right? A way to argue back, to guilt trip you, to keep that draining conversation going. Action, on the other hand, that's different. Action builds a wall, not a debate. It just removes their access, and suddenly the boundary is very, very real. Think of it like this. These intrusive behaviors are fueled by reinforcement. Every time you reply, every reaction you give, even if it's negative, is like a little reward that tells them, hey, keep going, this channel is open. But when you go silent, you're basically cutting off the fuel supply. Without that reward, the behavior just has nowhere to go. It starves and eventually it fades away. And that brings us to the next level of this whole method. Silence is the first step, for sure, but blocking access is what really builds the fortress. It means systematically shutting down all the ways they get to you, messages, social media, you name it. This isn't just about protecting your attention in the moment. It's about breaking that whole cycle of provocation and drama for good. Okay, so the theory makes sense, but how do you actually do it? Because let's be real, this strategy is only as strong as your discipline. This is not a one-and-done kind of thing. It's a consistent practice. So here it is, the 6-step playbook. First, you've got to identify their pattern. What exactly do they do? Second, remove their access points. Block, mute, do whatever you got to do. Third, and this is a big one, prepare yourself because they will try to get back in. They'll push your buttons, which leads right into step 4, stay neutral. Do not give them the emotional reaction they are craving. 5 is all about you. Track your own behavior, stay consistent. And finally, the best part, step 6, take all that time and energy you just saved and pour it back into something that actually matters. No negotiation, no signaling. The gate stays shut. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The second you send that one little reply, whether it's out of guilt or frustration, the whole process just resets to zero. You have to treat this like a professional protocol. The rule is simple, it's firm, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. And this whole protocol is powered by a neutral mindset. This isn't about being angry or annoyed. In fact, any emotional reaction from you is just more energy for them to feed on. The most powerful signal you can possibly send is no signal at all, a complete and total absence of energy. That's when your space becomes truly your own. It's controlled and it's quiet. Okay, I know this takes some serious discipline, but what's the reward for all this effort? It's simple, really. You get your focus back. You create an environment where your attention, your single most valuable resource, is something that you get to control. And the result is, well, it's dramatic. Look at this. Before, a huge chunk of your mental bandwidth is just eaten up by what we can call cognitive noise, all the drama, the distractions, that constant low-level stress. But after you apply this method, look at that shift. Your capacity for deep, meaningful focus just skyrockets. This isn't just a feeling, you guys. This is a measurable gain in your mental clarity. So ultimately, what you're aiming for is a clean disengagement. Your most valuable assets, your time, your energy, your privacy, are finally protected. And you did it all without the mess of a direct confrontation. The result? A much cleaner mental environment, where your focus can finally get back to the things you actually want to build. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. Your focus is a finite resource. It's the currency you use to build the life you want. After hearing all this, the real question isn't just who's draining your energy, it's why are you letting them? The control has been yours all along.